edelkrone. I've definitely first heard of edelkrone because of online ads. They are quite a lot of edelkrone ads on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. But I was quite impressed with they're quite innovative, like the slider plus, like slide for double the length of the slider itself, and then they got the wing. It's just basically an arm that do something like a slider. They release quite a lot of things that nobody ever thought of. But then we come to this really short slider. Now the first time I saw this is Tim Pan who showed this to me. Tim Pan is a mutual friend of me and Kai, and he have a really great YouTube channel. He explains things really clearly, really high value, production value, not like this video. But anyway, he showed this to me the first time. He was so excited about this new product, and then I was too polite to say anything because I was thinking like, what the hell, why is going to be useless? Why is just that much of a slider? Of course, you rather long than short for slider. But turns out edelkrone's thinking about this slider is that most people, well, maybe not most, but a lot of slider shot, if you look online, a lot of slider shot, they basically only use a short distance. So why not just make a short one? Just so much easier to put in your camera bag. So what's the size of this light? This is actually quite like the size of a Apple keyboard. If you got one, then you know it is around that. If you wonder what a short slider gives you, this is a typical interview setup. 2 cameras, 1 on a slider, and this is what a short slider, this shot, gives you. Now one thing about edelkrone product is that they are really well made, really solid. At the bottom you put in that kind of Canon 5D battery. It's written here, there's no on off button. You plug in the battery and it's on. Same is the panning head, the HeadOne. Before I got this slider, you must have seen me do this a lot of time. Like I take a product shot of this new G90 or 91 or G95, depends on where you're from. I usually don't have that light, only the natural light from the window, and then I just use the Sony not so steady shot and do this kind of pan shot. Now onto the slider. Finally I can elevate my product shot, not like those handheld. So I have set up the camera on that, this and that, blah blah blah. And what's interesting is that I want to show you the app, because it's so easy. You launch the app, there's no Bluetooth to set up, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no NFC to tap, there's no password to put in. It's simply said, please keep your phone close to the bundle you want to control and press OK. As long as you have them power up, you have plugged in the battery. If you remember, it don't have an on off button. Plug in battery and it's on, and just press OK. That's it. It just done everything for you. The world should be like that. It's software. It should do the work for you, not that you connect it to for it. Edelkrone, this is like really well done. Now one thing about this app is really good. It's designed so good that edelkrone think that they don't need to give you any instruction. There's no manual, there's no instruction manual, there's no online guide. You can't even find a PDF on their website. They just ask you to watch their video, which the video don't really explain much. The video simply tells you to, okay, put the camera on and then turn it on and turn on the app. That's it. That's it. There's no instruction. Now I haven't even found out what's this power mode on the upper right hand side corner. What's that power mode? It's not going faster. I can't see any difference. I probably have to Google it later. I only found the mention of power mode after Googling, and I can't figure out how to make it loop between 2 poses. I thought it can't do that. Only later I finally find they did mention it in the user manual video. Problem of relying on video is people have to sit through the whole video instead of a quick search inside an article and find what you need in seconds. I also don't like relying on double tap and tapping 2 things together at the same time. which could have been simply a button press. Okay, and then confirm focusing, switch off the light. Oh, look at that. Let's see how pro is that. I never have a product shot that pro. Like, wow. That's it. That's it. I didn't even use the whole length of the slider. It can do time-lapse. Both the SliderONE and the HeadOne can control your camera with a cable. It will move, stop to take a shot, and move again, so the movement won't ruin your long exposure shots. But I think when you do time-lapse, especially outdoor, it is when you really want a longer slider, unless you have some really close foreground. Now I really love edelkrone products. They are innovative, products are well made, pairing the device is as easy as Apple AirPods. Now the SliderONE is not cheap. You can get longer slider for the same amount of money, but in some way, there is nothing on the market to compare to this more well-made and easy to use slider. And for me, I'm happy to have this really short slider. That's just what I need, instead of a longer slider that I really only use a small part of the length.